Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are coloring brown hair with Derwent Procolour pencils. So if you're unfamiliar with the Procolour, that's this bad boy right here, they are not my favorite, and I think there's a lot of people that aren't a fan of Procolour. They're a very hard pencil. And look, it's really hard to get the pigment out of these bad boys. So I had someone request a brown hair color with the Procolours, and I honestly would say I'm not their biggest fan. However, while I was doing my testing and creating a combo, which I have here, I realized how perfect these pencils are for hair. Like, I love them for hair. So they're a pain in the butt to color anything else with because it just takes so much pressure and just work to get all that pigment out. But for hair, because they're so hard, they take so many layers, you can like get an amazing amount of detail in those strands. Like, here, let me zoom in. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. It is freaking gorgeous. Yeah, so I might do more hair color in Procolour. Will I color with them for other things? Probably not. But for hair, these might be my favorite. Now, my opinion could possibly change after I do her whole head of hair. But doing this section, I was just like, oh my gosh, these things are amazing. So, yeah, I am super in love. So we'll see how this one goes, but this is the brown hair we're going to create. It's just me swatching every color I had and seeing what I wanted to use. So let me tell you the colors. Okay. You are going to want Ivory Black 71, Champagne 4, Yellow Ochre 7, Venetian Red 63, Copper Beach 57, Chocolate 58, and Sepia 54. Okay, so I had initially started this section here, but my camera stopped recording. Thank you, camera. So we're going to have to pick up and start a different section of hair. I will finish this one when I do the sped up version. So if you're wondering like, what's up with that? But I was like, hey, that would be easier to start that chunk there. So I think we'll do this section here and this section here, and then I will switch to a more sped up version. Now I'm hoping my camera will cooperate today and not zoom in and out. Let's hope for the best there. Okay, so first you're going to take Champagne, which is number 4. Just going to do a light layer. And this is just because I want to give these something to grip onto. Up here, we'll do this one too. As always, you want a sharp point, no matter what sharpener you favor. Just make sure it makes your pencils extra sharp. Now, the tips of these will stay sharp. That's because these pencils are really hard. It takes a lot of effort to sharpen or to dull these ones down, which is good actually for hair. Everything else, you're just like, oh my gosh. All right, so I'm still putting this down. Like I said, these are pretty rough with the pigment. Not an awful pencil though. It's just doesn't suit my coloring style. However, for hair, I am a fan. #1 fan right now. Okay, so let's grab our sepia 54. Now, if you don't have these colors, you can find, comparables and polys. I'm just doing this with a Procolour because it was requested. And this is, before I forget, I'm using an image from Kundank's art. I will leave a link in the description below. You can buy this on Etsy. Unfortunately, it's not sold alone. It's sold in one of her packs, but it is a very pretty image. All right, so let's grab our sepia 54. I will have the color cards out when I actually speed this up, but for talking's sake, I'm just gonna tell you the color. So we're gonna start up here. And this is sepia down here on this one. So I might just pick up where I left off once we get there. Yeah, I started this and then the camera turned off. So I was like, well, all right then. Guess that's how we're starting this hair series today. Okay. Now we want to move down here. Now, even though these have a really hard lead, you still need to turn it to keep your point. They're not going to dull as quickly, but you still want to keep turning that pencil. It's just a good habit to get into just about anything you do, honestly, for coloring related. All right. See how light this color is? Like, I mean, it takes a lot of, ooh, so sorry about that. I don't know what's up with my camera today. And they are grading my property, so if you hear a bunch of beeping, that's just them backing up. But it's gonna be an all-week thing, so I was like, oh, do I just put off doing this hair, or do I just risk it? And I went for risking it. Okay, so grab chocolate. But see how this chocolate goes perfectly on top of the sepia? And you still see the lines? Like, this is why I was like, holy crap, these could be my hair pencil. I mean, look at that. It's just luscious. Now, since I got cut off with the sepia before, I can move this over here and add the chocolate. Now I did notice with this pencil, I start out with fewer hair layers, I guess I'll call them, because I can add more later, but I want to just build the foundation. Let's grab our Copper Beech 57. And this one I'm also starting from, I don't want to call it the root because that's not really the root, but the base, that's the word, the base, but I'm bringing it out past our last two colors. This is kind of my primary brown, I'll call it. if I keep that on frame, wouldn't it? All right. Now I am having it a little darker around this head piece, but that's because I just kind of assume it would create a shadow right there. You don't have to use like hard pressure here. I'm using medium-ish. Okay. Now grab your Venetian red. I'm also taking this one from the base and pulling it out. I'm not putting a ton in here because I don't want to get too much red in there, otherwise this goes from brown to auburn really quick. But it kind of helps make it natural looking. Sorry if my camera keeps zooming in and out. I don't know what happened. They did an update and it's ruined my settings again. Alright, just adding that here, because as you can see I'm putting a highlight here and here, obviously up in here. So okay. Now grab yellow ochre. And I'm not using this at the base, I'm using this kind of like at the tips of the little strands we've created. Just to add some highlight. But I'm still leaving some of that champagne to show through as well. But see how the lines don't even like blur out when I'm going over it with this? That's what's crazy about these Procolours, which is why I'm like, oh my gosh, these could be perfect for hair. Okay, now we're gonna darken her back up because she's a little too blondie. Go to your sepia 54. We're just going to put down some more of this one and pull it out a little further as well. And we still have our black, which we're going to use to darken as well, but you don't want to go too much with the black because I'm trying to create a nice, not light, more like a medium brown color. And the black will help in the super dark shadowy areas, but again, I don't want to take away from the brown. Bring this one up a little more. This one. Okay, and then grab your chocolate. See how that just like lines perfectly on top of these? It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Definitely a crazy pencil. Maybe that's what it was made for, hair. I'm just adding these to darken up a few spots that I feel are teensy too light for my comfort. Okay. Get that a little darker up here because she's got that headpiece. Let's see, looking good. All right, now let's grab our ivory black, which is 71, and this is the one we're going to use ever so sparingly because, like I said, I want it just in the shadow areas. This is a pretty smooth cardstock that I use because you guys know I'm not a tooth fan, but it takes quite a few layers. Now, if you're using a toothier paper, you'll find that you can get even more down. The only thing is, with that toothier paper and these Procolours, you may have to do more layers. So keep that in mind because this pencil is definitely a layering pencil. Okay, so again, I'm just adding a little black here and there where I want things to be a teensy darker. Because their sepia in this set isn't like a sepia from other sets where it's just super dark. It's actually quite light, but it works. Okay, and then grab your yellow ochre. I just want to put this up here a little more. I'm still leaving champagne in there. I just want to make sure I get everywhere I want. All right, I think I need a little bit more of my copper beech. I'm just you kind of have to eyeball these things, like, you know, okay, I need a little bit more of the reddish brown here. I need a little bit more dark brown here. Especially depending on the picture if you're not following me on this specific one. But really, these color combos are designed so that you guys take the combo, and I'm teaching you the basics of like where to put the color down, but you can put this on any picture. You don't have to use the one I'm using. Okay. I think we are brown. Let me zoom out though, so you can actually see all the prettiness. Okay, so there is our brown hair that we're doing with the Procolours. I know it looks a little blondie. Actually, I'm going to take some copper beech and darken just a teensy right there. So right now, because we've only done these sections, it has a little bit more of a blonde look to it. But once we finish the entire hair, and like I said, usually at the end I come back and I kind of fiddle with it after, and we'll go from there. So I will speed up while I'm coloring all these other sections for sanity's sake for you guys and me. But I will speed that up with the color cards, and then, you know, like I normally do at the end, I'll come in and like kind of show you what I'm going to tweak if necessary. Because I'll probably end up coming back in and darkening, but who knows, once the rest of this is done, this might not have as, you know, bright of a highlight, but it's just a matter of coloring it all. So I'm gonna get my color cards, I'm gonna get some music on for you guys, and we are going to color some luscious brown hair. I am going to zoom out a little bit for the rest, just so that I can move quickly and stay in frame, but hopefully the zoomed in portion helped you guys, and I will see you once we get towards the end. Okay guys, so I think we have colored her hair. You might notice as I was doing like the sped up video, like the shade would change a lot, but it's honestly all lighting. It's actually a dark brown, but the lovely morning light coming from my window kind of washes it out. So yeah, it's all about lighting and angles, but there you go. See, you can see it's definitely a nice brown color with a tiny tinge of red here and there. So we're pretty much done with this one. There wasn't a lot of special or unique things where I had to stop and explain because it's pretty straightforward. That said, right here around her headpiece, I have some highlight that I don't want to be there. I want it to be dark because it's coming obviously off her headpiece. So what we're gonna do is we are going to take our darker colors. So I'm gonna start with sepia and just right off the beaded area, just kind of make some flicks. Take my chocolate and do the same thing. The thing is you don't want them to all be short little flicks. You want them to kind of blend in. I just want it dark around there because obviously she's not going to have a highlight right there. This one I think is okay. I might bring a couple of these down just a teensy bit more. But for the most part, I think we're good there. But yeah, there's not too much I wanted to correct with this one. Now, if you feel it is still too light, you may have noticed in part of my sped up video, I came back over to this section and darkened it up more. That is just because, you know, as I walk away, come back, I'm like, hey, you know what? That looks a little too blonde there. I want this to be brown. So I just grab my colors, sticking to my three darkest. So sepia, chocolate, and copper beach. Yeah, those are the three. And then I just kind of keep adding strands until it is dark enough, or as dark as I want it. And I can keep doing that just all over. Wherever I feel it isn't dark enough, I can even draw lines to make sure you can tell there's a curl there. Really, it's up to you how you want to go about it. And then of course you can go through with your black to add the shadows. And just keep in mind, black is there for shadowing only. It's not there to darken the hair. You start adding this, you're going to really change it. I'm using it for shadows. Like up here, I still feel this is too much blonde right there. I'm just gonna bring some of these down. Okay. But yeah, so overall, I have to say, because like I said before at the start of this, I have been pretty impressed with the Procolours, and after doing this full head of hair, extra impressed. I don't know how else to put it. The pencil for one, these things are like, they don't even go down. And you know what? Like I did my Color Soft one, and I started with a full pencil with Color Soft, and it is down to like here. These Procolours, I only sharpened 3 times, and the third one was just barely here at the end. I had a couple strands left, and that was it. Like these required almost no sharpening, and I just love the detail that you can get with these. I mean, look at all those strands in there. I mean, this is layers upon layers, and you still see all of those lines. I mean, I can keep going in and adding more lines, and you're going to see those lines that I add in. Now, these pencils are a pain to color just about anything else with, but with hair, I was really impressed. So now I'm almost like tempted to go through my whole list of Procolour requests. Like I said, there's not a lot because this isn't a popular pencil, but I honestly think I have found the use for these, which is great because now it's not a pencil collecting dust. And oh my gosh, I am not gonna have to like replace these for a while, even after doing this whole hair. Whereas my purple hair with the Color Soft, I couldn't do another full head with those same colors. Like my purples are down to here. They went down fast. So, I mean, I had no breakage, and even if I was pushing hard, these things are nuts. Yeah, this is like what I'm going to use these Procolours for is hair. So you may see more tutorials, which means I'm probably going to have to create a conversion chart because a lot of you won't have Procolour. They're actually not that expensive. You can get them on Amazon, just about anywhere. Cult Pens also carries them. Amazon, I think, is cheaper though. Definitely cheaper for the US. I can't vouch on the UK, but it might still be cheaper to go through Amazon. Not sure. But yeah, I mean, they're not that expensive. I looked them up and I was like, oh man, these have really gone down. But for hair, these things are amazing. I love this brown hair color. Like I said, I wish the lighting in here was better so you could really see the darkness in there, because it does actually have a lot of dark. It's just being washed out by the natural sunlight. But it is gorgeous, gorgeous hair, and the layering of these pencils, which is kind of why they're annoying to color with, has made them perfect for this. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I would rather use this than a poly. I know, I said it. Like, polychromos are usually my go-to, but I have to sharpen polys. Like, this would have taken at least 5 sharpens minimum with a poly, and I would not have gotten the same layering. Like, you wouldn't be seeing all those fine strands as many times as I went over some of these, yet with my Procolour I did. I'm like blown away because I hated these things. So it's like, it's really messing with my head right now. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do more. I did, like I said, on my Whip Wednesday, I think it was, when I was doing her skin. I'm gonna color this whole thing in Procolours. Now that might torture me because, like I said, I really am not a fan of these with how they lay down and how much work they take. But on hair, freaking glorious. Little things of heaven. But I am gonna color the rest in Procolour. Might even do it on a live stream this week and kind of just show it to you guys. Just depends on how things go. And I am going to finish this gal and use her for part of the Pride Month color long hosted by Amazon Tammy, because I just feel like she would be perfect for this. She's got plenty of flowers that we can make bright. This little cockatiel or whatever it is, it's going to be a rainbow bird now. And then all her jewelry. I just think it'd be a perfect opportunity. And I do have to finish her skin now that her hair is done, because I definitely want to darken her skin up a little so she's not so pasty. But I always like to put down my base skin and be like, okay, am I done? Not done, and go from there. Because sometimes skin can look weird without the hair. And I do need to touch up her eyes. But she's by no means done. I mean, I've got eyebrows, makeup, skin, lips, jewelry, everything to color. But like I said, I might do that on a live stream. It'd be fun to keep working on it and work with the Procolours. So if you have any questions about Procolour, I could answer them. But yeah, they're overall a very decent, or amazing actually, hair pencil. Like, I am baffled. These have been sitting in my closet or my little bookcase over there for a long time. So this is why I'm even more amazed. I'm just like, holy crap. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Procolour. Oh, poor things. Just sitting in the dark all by yourself when you can do this. Oh my gosh. No, with leaves, no. Hair, yes. Yes. So I'm gonna like work on a purple hair, a blue hair, a red hair. You guys don't even have to request. I'm making these hairs. I'm gonna make a unicorn one. I mean, look at this treasure trove of colors. Tons of purples and pinks. Got that covered. Look at these aquas. I can make the most amazing mermaid hair colors. And yes, I can do blonde. If you have a request though, like, please let me know. And unlike Colorsoft, there are a few grays, but not a lot. I don't think I could pull off a gray with this, just because they have like 2 genuine grays. The other one's a real warm gray that would be rough, and this is a blue gray. But I could do a black hair with what I have. So you could totally put in requests, but I'm going to start making some of my own because I freaking love these pencils for hair. So yeah, probably will get on a conversion chart just for those of you who don't want to buy these. Because I am by no means saying, hey, go buy these, because literally, like I even said, I would only use them for hair. But if you love coloring hair like I do, then you might really, really love these things. And who knows, I may color this whole page and think differently about the Procolour, but all I can say for sure is wow on hair. Just wow. Like 3 sharpens. And seriously, the last one was just for a couple things in here. So it was like, maybe we should call it 2.5. Like, I'm just baffled by that. My Lumies can't do that, and my Polys definitely can't. So I am loving this, and it's making me curious what my Derwent artists will be like for hair, because I do have some requests for those. But I actually like coloring with artists, so a little different. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Tag me on Instagram if you use this brown hair color combo. I always love to see those and know that I've actually taught you something. It helps encourage me to keep going forward with more hair tutorials. But I do hope you enjoyed this one with Procolour. Please, in the comments below, leave a color, name, and a pencil brand that you would like to see. Again, don't worry if you've repeated someone else's, that actually bumps it to the top of my queue, because in my little list of them, I put little ticks next to them with how many requests for that same one I have. So if I notice like I got 4 of one and 1 of the other, I'm going to, prioritize that one over the other. So keep that in mind. But it just helps me know what, who's watching and who wants to see what. So please don't be afraid to put down any suggestions in the comments below. Let me know if you do follow this with the Procolours and feel the same way about the Procolour, because I am, yeah. I'm gonna be making more hair with Procolour, that's guaranteed. All right, guys, I have totally rambled on enough about the Procolour, but it's just so shocking. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for this video. It was fun, and I will catch you on the next hair tutorial. Until then, take care.